Alright, are we good to go? I think I got it fixed. Let's hope. Yes. Alright, got it working. Nice. Hello everyone, Storm11 here. Today we'll be starting our severe weather live stream to watch tornado coverage. We have a tornado report coming in, and this is 60 miles west of Memphis, which I'm going to show you guys uh, this footage right here. Um, which is it's kind of cool. Um, it's also a pretty dangerous tornado. It's a stovepipe. Excuse me. We just got a lot of things to talk about here. And as you can see here, here's your tornado right here, just south of Emmental. I can't pronounce that, but what a crazy tornado right there. That is a stovepipe tornado and 16 miles west of Memphis. And we do not. I don't have all the radar images in just yet. I mean, we have a lot of things to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and get chat set up. If you guys got any questions, you can go ahead and put it in chat. We just gotta do tornado warning. This includes Monmouth, Illinois, Roseville, Illinois, and Cameron, all in Illinois. Because I'm guessing it's gonna be off the screen here. So we got a lot of radars to have to take a look into. So Pennsylvania right now will probably take you off of there. But just you're gonna have to give me a second here. So we'll get this Memphis radar to pull up. So right now there's no tornado warning right now, which is good news. So we had a tornado in Arkansas. There was also an observed tornado in Iowa earlier as well. We had a few tornado warnings, but I decided not to live stream those. It's because um, the rotation on those storms were very weak, and they did not do much of anything. So here's your storm right there, and we'll get to get the velocity side by side as well. And I'll show you guys something cool in a moment. So we gotta get multiple radar sites up, don't we? So here's your rotating cell right there. So tornado right there in this county here. Here's Memphis. You had a tornado right there, heading towards Jonesboro. But good news is the rotation has died down, and we do not have a tornado, which is good news. We don't have a tornado on that cell. So let's go ahead and move on to see if you guys said anything. No. All right. All right. Let's get one right over here where there's a tornado warning just off the screen right there. Let me see where all these tornado warnings are at on my phone here. Take a look up to radar scope. See where all these tornado warnings are. Alright, we just got to do tornado warning, and this does include Jonesboro, Arkansas. So that's how that I was just talking about. It's now tornado warned. We also have a tornado warning just west of Puro, which is right here for this storm right here. And what I forgot to do is hit auto refresh, turn them on, refresh. This is going to take me a little bit, guys. We're trying to straighten things out here. Auto updates on. So there's a tornado warning right over here. There's a new tornado warning right over here as well, just off the screen. And this should be our last radar site for now. Let's see here. There you go. Story relative velocity. So there's a tornado running with this cell right here, which the rotation right now is actually pretty weak. Here's my forecast right here. As you can see here, I do have it's still the same as the video earlier today. And I do not have it expanded back here. We don't really need it now at this point. The severe weather threat, I believe, is pretty much out of Texas and more into Louisiana and Arkansas. And eventually, we're going to see a squall line develop right over here. And we already have some storms developing right over here in southwestern Kentucky. Keeping an eye on those. But here's the rapid refresh model. Here's the HER. So this is on its 21Z run. So we'll take a look at the 20Z. Go ahead and refresh these guys. So this is St. Louis radar. We can't really see much of anything on there. We'll move this guy down here. We'll move this right over here. Just setting everything up. But how you guys doing so far this evening? Let's take a look at the Jonesboro whether really may have a possible tornado. And yeah, the rotation on this storm is actually back. So storms like these usually recycle. That's what you gotta watch for. These storms usually recycle, and it is right now at this point it is recycling. So that's something you really have to watch for. So. And I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Um, you don't really, I believe, no other YouTuber uses this, but this is what I found. The SPC mesoscale analysis. This updates every minute. Um, and this is something pretty cool that we can use. And seems like at this point here, it does not show any warnings, but there is warnings there. So this is where the SPC gets their mesoscale discussions and the watches and everything like that. This is where they get their information from. So there's actually some good news for Illinois right now. You got a lot of rain on the northern end side of the state. So what may happen here is the areas should be getting stable, which would take a look into the cape here, which is your pretty much your instability, your potential energy. And as you can see, there is not a lot of cape across the northern side of this moderate risk area. But however, when you're on the southern end of this here, you got 1500 cape right over here. You got 1500 right over here. Your front at this point, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like right here. And also there is a PDS tornado watch, which is a particularly dangerous situation. There will be a few. They're calling out for a few strong tornadoes could be likely, and there be some large hail, tennis balls potentially, and some damaged winds. There's a severe thunderstorm watch across Indiana, Ohio, even to portions of Ohio, and I believe West Virginia as well. And I think they kind of back that off to that watch because that area right now it's pretty much stable. Which they do have another mesoscale discussion on that. That there might be another. Well, they're actually not expecting that. But here's their latest tornado watch right here. This includes portions of Missouri, southern Illinois, and southwestern Kentucky. It does include Paducah and St. Louis there. Here's your PDS tornado watch area. It does include Springfield, Illinois, Columbia, Missouri, Des Moines. I can't pronounce that. My bad, guys. And I'm not really good at pronouncing some of these. Puria, something like that. But here's our latest Mesoscale discussion, like I was talking about here. I got my laptop on my left side, so take a look on Twitter on here. So I got two different screens to look at. You know, and right now there's actually a big wall cloud right now about Jonesboro, Arkansas, which I'm going to retweet that and show you guys that. Big wall cloud, I'll tell you that. Right here it is. So here's your wall cloud right here. So this is from a live stream. So it should be pretty visible. Your wall cloud's right here at this point. Your rotation will be right in here. There could be a tornado that might try to develop in there. This is also tornado warning, a radar indicated rotation with that storm. So, and I'm going to look and see if there's anything else on that storm as well. And we just have, well, it's an updated tornado warning. And it's actually in Illinois. It's an updated tornado warning. So, and the rotation is really getting tight as well. It is getting really tight. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the live stream because that'll be copyright. So, cannot show you guys that. But we might be able to get a live camera of that. Oh, what did I do? Hold on. Earth cam. What's that? Oh, wow. The rotation is really tight right now. So Jonesboro, Arkansas. So let's try to get a camera out here. Are you serious? You don't have any cameras? Man, that sucks. Man. Yeah, apparently they do not have a camera. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? But man, that rotation is very tight right now. Let me tell you guys that. That rotation is really tight, Jonesboro. Yeah, very tight. Um, looks like a tornado looks to be imminent at this point, but the rotation on velocity, it's pretty extreme. Let me tell you that. On the extreme side of things. Look and see if there will be anything else. Just have another mesoscale discussion. Increases severe weather across northern Mississippi, western Tennessee, and western Kentucky. Um, all right, so they updated the tornado warning. It is now a PDS tornado warning. This is a life-threatening situation for Jonesboro. A very strong rotation with it. You can really see it. It's pretty visible. It's right here where my mouse is. Very strong rotation heading right towards Jonesboro. Jonesboro. And I can't say anything. Something we really need to keep an eye on, guys. And I'll show you guys. Here you go. Here's your tornado warning. Damaging tornado. There's Jonesboro. And also goes into effect for Brookland. Population 92,000. 24 schools with 5 hospitals. So take shelter immediately. So there's probably a tornado on the ground. So it's a very dangerous situation. If you guys got any questions, you could go ahead and put it in the chat. And so there's your tornado warning. I'm gonna keep on scrolling up to see if there's gonna be anything new. Oh yeah, tornado on the ground. Oh my lord. Guys, you're gonna be seeing some a ridiculous picture. Oh man, that is terrifying. Yeah, take shelter immediately. Look all this debris flooding everything. Wow. And again, I'm not gonna do the live stream because it's gonna be copyrighted. Let me tell you what. Look all this debris everywhere. I mean, good Lord mercy. You got cars going on out here. I don't know which direction it's going to, but a very large tornado that is violent. And again, guys, I'm not going to show you the live stream because it is. I'm actually going to look into myself on this other one. I got to turn off the volume for it and see right now. So this is their live stream right here. So very violent tornado going on. Seems like they're not live streaming right now. Yep, there goes your violent tornado right there. Man, it's doing some really bad damage right now. Wow. It's becoming a wedge too. Probably up to a quarter mile wide. It is getting wider as well. And it's also about to get rain wrap. So much debris going on with it as well. This is about to be a wedge tornado. It's very violent. So if you're in Brooklyn, um, Arkansas, Jonesboro, you should be already being your shelter. This is a very violent tornado right now. It is pretty heartbreaking as I speak. Yeah, look at all those large pieces of debris. Man, that is really bad. Dang. That's insane. Yeah, that's a very violent tornado. That is very violent. Looks like it might have changed direction too. Unless this might be a different camera. Might be. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, power flashes. Yeah, this is a different camera. Man, that is something else. It is doing a lot of damage right now. Very violent tornado on the ground at Jonesboro, Arkansas. Wow. That is insane. Look at that. Holy crap. The debris is insane. Look at all that sheet metal way up in the air. That is crazy. That's about to hit towards that busy highway, too. Man, this is definitely the tornado of the day right here, guys. I mean, it is very violent. Large pieces of debris flying everywhere. I mean, this is terrible. It's crossing that highway, wherever that camera is. Let me show you guys that tornado warning. Um, it's not that one, but man, yeah. It is moving fast too. And this is heading northeast, so this might be a long track tornado too. Long track violent tornado. This might be going on for a while. The next cities involved, which I'm going to show you guys a map on that really quick. So here's Jonesboro right here. I'm going to so Jonesboro's right here. Your tornado warning is right here. Okay, so their live stream camera is getting wrapped in rain. That's probably the RFD. Oh yeah, that camera. Man. Yeah, that camera right there on the live stream is getting hit by RFD. That is rear flank downdraft, and those winds are very strong. You got zero visibility on that. Yeah, it is very heartbreaking. And you got It's moving very quickly. It's out of Jonesboro, but it's heading right towards for Brooklyn right now. I'm going to keep that live stream on my laptop. So your tornado right now is right here, and that is Highway 49. So it's moving northeast. It's about to head right towards the St. Francis River. We're going to take this on a different view. Let me zoom this out. So your tornado right now is right here. My goodness. So we're going to do this here. We're going to do it this way. So your tornado right now is right here. About right here in this circle. We'll shade it in red. And the people that's going to be involved would be these people probably. It might be a little bit northeast here. Yeah, more like this. So for people that's going to be involved, you've got we're gonna go in. Oh, whoops, my bad. Now Torreya's not that big, obviously. So the people I've shaded in this red color, which they're about to issue probably another tornado warning very soon. The rotation is very strong. Um, so so into touch, you gotta take shelter, and I think it's gonna be heading into Missouri very shortly. So here's your state line right here, Arkansas in Missouri. So this is Highway 412. You got Cardwell involved. You got Arbitret. I don't know how you say that. Hollywood going to get involved as well. So this could be a long track tornado. I mean, it's pretty violent. Let me tell you guys, it's a very violent tornado on their screen. We can't see it now because the tornado is out of the camera's view. So it's right now in RFD. So man, that's something else. So they just issued a new tornado warning. So it goes for College Hills, Cardwell, like I said. It does not include this city right here, but it does include Cardwell. It's very fast, as I can speak here. So let's go ahead and see that new tornado warning. It's going to be another PDS tornado warning. There you go. So, oh yeah, it does include Power Gold. There's Brighton right there, Oak Grove Heights. So it's a damaging tornado right now. So it's very violent. Now, we're not going to focus just on that one tornado right now. So, yeah, my Twitter feed is going crazy right now. I'm going to look on radar here, radar scope and see. Yeah, that tornado's moving fast. That's right now over Brooklyn right now. So we do have looks like there might be another tornado in Illinois right now, just northwest of Piroa. Piroa, I think that's how you pronounce it. Rotation with that, it's there, but it's very weak. Let me tell you that. But we're gonna focus on this one storm right now. If you guys got any questions about it, you can put it in the chat. I'm gonna get on my live stream here. See if you guys said anything about it. Nope. All right. So let's go back to the radar image here. Oh, auto updates not on with that image. Oh, I got to the same radar. It's all right. So your new tornado warning should be popping up here very shortly. Again, here's your velocity here. Your tornado right now is just northeast of Jonesboro. Um, so yeah, it's not looking really good. It's right now past. It's about to reach Arkansas Highway 230 right now with that violent tornado. And I think its track is going to be heading right towards Cardwell. I think, I don't know. Seems like the rotation as it's not quite there. It's not as strong like it was earlier. So as that tornado is going on right now, that's the only active tornado we have going on right now. So let's take a look into the SPC outlook very quickly. We have a moderate risk for severe storms. I think this is going to change some. I think it may move a little bit further to the south due to that there was a big massive rain earlier, and I think there's another massive rain in that same area. And what's that gonna do is we can actually find out by looking on here. Um, yeah, there's a lot of rain on the northern side of this moderate risk area. There's not a lot of instability there. Yeah, there's actually zero instability or a cape. So that'll be what you would call it. So yeah, looking outside my window right now, it's starting to becoming a little bit cloudy outside. My location's right over here, so but I still have to fret for severe storms. There's also another area of storms I'm watching as well. Yeah, we still got a TDS. Now, TDS stands for Tornado Debris Signature. So that's where the radar's indicating debris getting lofted, stuff in large. So we do believe there's still a tornado there. It's right now completely rain wrapped, which is a very dangerous tornado. Yeah, the rotation has weakened quite a bit, but the tornado might still be there. So right now, Jonesboro, you're in the clear. Brooklyn just took a direct hit from that tornado. It just took a direct hit. Let me tell you guys. Let's go back to the SPC here. So a major change for an SPC, and the enhanced risk got expanded south and southeastward. It's now into portions of Arkansas where you have that tornado going on right now. The enhanced risk got expanded into Evansville, just about into the Louisville metro. Here's our tornado percentages. Tornado probability. Still got that 15% in northern Illinois, but I think this is going to change some. Now, we might still have some storms that may develop later. We might. But with all that rain, I don't know if it's going to make it or not. There's also Here's another change. You got damage winds has now been upgraded 30% across central Indiana through western Kentucky, southern Illinois, northeastern Arkansas, and southwest. I mean, not southwest, southeast of Missouri, and far northwest corner of Tennessee. And here's your hail threat, staying the same pretty much. At least that's what I know of. Now, I do not know when they update this again. Looks 1Z, so that is about that's 9 o'clock Eastern time, so that's 8 o'clock Central time. So Yeah. So Jonesboro, you're in the clear, but there's going to be some devastating damage there. Let me tell you, pretty major situation there, and that's rotation is moving very fast too. And so here's your instability again. Here's where your tornado warning would be. It's hiding in there. It's right here. It's got plenty of instability to work with. You got K values of 2,000 in that area, so there's a lot of energy to work with. There is no cyan. Well, actually, there is cyan, but out ahead of it, there's some cyan. There's 2,000 capes, so it's moving northeast, so the atmosphere there is could be starting to get less and less favorable. You can also see there is some cells in southern Indiana and southwestern Kentucky. They've been going on for a while. They haven't done much of anything, but they could probably be producing some hail there. So yeah, take a look at your radar scope on that. Yeah, they have not been doing much of anything. Yeah, I think further north you're going to go, which is right here. There's a big massive rain, so right now it's making the air more stable. It's doing its job. So yeah, and for some reason, um, the by the way, the high risk, the high risk is not going to happen. Let me tell you that. I think that question's already been answered from earlier today. Yeah, for some reason on my videos there I have not been getting any notifications of anybody posting the comments, which I'm sure you guys have posted comments on some couple of my last videos. So that's what I'm looking for right now to see if you guys said anything. All right. All right, someone did answer. Someone asked a big question. It looks like you moved the moderate risk up north towards the Rockford area. Are tornadoes there just as likely as they're further south towards the Quad Cities? Just about, I would say. Just about. They're just about, I would say. That means it's pretty close to the very similar threats. It's close. Let's take a look at my other video. No one. Okay, so sorry, Max. His name is Max. So yeah. So right now, that's the only active tornado right now. Which right now the rotation has calmed down. It's getting a little broad. It's right now just southwest of Carriage Hills. It's a pretty healthy supercell as well. Eventually, this line, as the cold front starts to approach, as you might be able to see here, your cold front looks like it's about right here. So as this cold front gets closer to some of these storms, then the tornado threat would dramatically decrease, but your damage to wind threat will start to increase some as well. Now the cold front's not that strong, which that's going to make the tornado threat a little, well, not as higher, but from some other fronts, cold fronts are usually strong. And with strong cold fronts, you have it pretty much kills the tornado front. But with this situation, the cold front's not that strong, so along that cold front, there will still be a chance for tornadoes. And here's your latest tornado warning. So this is for Galesburg. Now, I don't know if there's a tornado report on that or not, but it's a pretty healthy cell. I'm going to take a look on radar scope here. Yeah, rotation's there. It's right now over Galesburg. The rotation is not that strong. There is another area of rotation just to the northeast of that. So you got two areas of rotation right now. You got one by Galesburg and another one by Oneida, which is just northeast of Galesburg. Which seems like Galesburg is a large city. Good look on Twitter on my phone here. So, haven't heard any reports of a tornado on that one cell. Yeah, just a lot of pictures on that one tornado. Yep, I'm not seeing. Oh man, that's kind of insane. How the tornado actually developed fairly quickly too. Seems like we just have a, well, seems like it's about an hour ago. Free Timber got himself a tornado. Dang. So let me show you guys. Yeah, the rotation is still there with that storm. Let's go back to Twitter. I want to show you guys something. Here's your video right here of this tornado, which is it's a video to show you guys what I was seeing from the tower cam. Look, all those pieces of debris flying everywhere. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. It really is. And this thing turned into a monster too. The Weather Channel actually had a video of that from a uh, Department of Transportation camera to show you guys how this tornado developed so quickly. Excuse me. So yeah, it's just not good, not good at all. So here you go. This is how this tornado developed very quickly. This is from the Arkansas DOT. Here's your cone tornado right here. That just passed the interstate. This is in Jonesboro, by the way. Here's your cone tornado falling here, my finger, and look at that. It's just getting wider and wider. Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. Look how fast that tornado is growing too. And there goes some large pieces of debris right there. Yeah, it's power flash. That's crazy. I mean, it's something else. And now the camera is about to get hit by some RFD. Looks like we just got a new tornado warning. Um, Looks to be out in Arkansas. Yep, Arkansas and Missouri. So yeah, yes, for that same storm, this tornado warning does include Holiday, Cardwell, Sniff, Kennett, Bragg City, Nimmons, and Holcomb. Um, so this is about to cross the river as well. So it's for the same storm. Seems like it's the rotation on the storm is starting to recycle. About to look on this TV news station's live stream that I'm looking at here to my left. It's not on your guys' screen, but I have it on a different view. Yep. Let's see here. Alright, so that's the bad news up in Illinois. That rotation on that 120 wing is starting to tighten up. It's not good. So right now it's just past Galesburg. You're in the clear, but so Watauga and Oneida got to keep an eye on that storm. It's showing rotation again. Okay, so rotation is starting to get very strong again, which is not good. So that means we may have another tornado probably trying to develop on this same storm. So it might produce its third tornado on this same supercell. That's insane. Yeah. Let me show you guys that. How it's looking like on radar scope. Here's a brand new tornado warning right here. That was talked about here. Watauga, Victoria, Oneida, and Altona. And this is until 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it should upload that. Let's see. I don't think it's that one to pop up here. There we go. You can see here your rotation started to tie it up again. Here's Cardwell. There's this new tornado warning right here. That's what I'm looking at. Not looking good. Yeah, that rotation is getting very strong right now. So we actually may have another tornado try to develop here, which is not good. We'll see if any storm chasers can get a report. Seems like it's going to miss you to the north of Cardwell, which is good news. So your tornado right now is, give you an update of where it is. It's right out over about, I think it's over the river right now. The pretty much a rough draft of where the possible our rotation is. It's right here. It's right now where it is. So here's a rough draft right there of who it's going to be next here with this potentially another tornado trying to happen here. It's White Oak, Ingram Farms, which seems like it's a tourist attraction, maybe. Austin, and this is the state line, so it's going to be following along the state line. So Kennett, this is our Missouri, Arkansas, West Kennett, Nemmons, White Oak. So that's where it is right there. And there's another storm right over here, which a rough draft at that. I think it's about right here. And that's where we actually may have another storm. So right now, it's Arkansas is getting a lot of activity. So there you go. Looks like they have a storm chaser out there. So here's some of the damage right here that is done. It's just some very bad damage right here. I mean, good Lord of mercy. This looks like a this actually might be an EF2 tornado. Look at all those pieces of debris and those power lines. Power lines. Yeah, that's really bad. I mean, look at that damage. I mean, that's really bad. Yeah, they got people trying to help others clean up and stuff on the live stream. It's terrible. Really is. So here's the SPC hour analysis again. Um, what this also has is the super soak composite values. As you can see, along the squall line here, there's a 8 down here. Look at this. There's even a 12 right over here. It's not good. And it looks like the atmosphere is going to start recovering, which is not good at all. At least it's going to try to recover. So this tornado warning has been observed. This tornado warning right here has been observed. Here's your moderate risk right here. Your enhanced risk goes as far south as about right here. This orange line, this green line right here between the enhance is the slight risk, and this light blue here between the green and the light blue is the marginal. You actually got some cluster of thunderstorms across Indiana and Ohio. The main focus right now is oof, the storms in Arkansas, which will eventually be entering southeast Missouri, maybe potentially getting into far southwestern Kentucky, and then eventually into southern Illinois. I don't know how long those storms are going to last, but we'll see. This is your super silk composite. As you can see here, it's very high. It's a 12 right over here. It's an 8 right here. And there's some pockets of 8s along here. Yeah, that was a bad voice crack. Let's take a look into the latest models, shall we? So this is the rapid refresh model. Seems like right now it's showing those storms developing pretty late. It's also showing those storms going very slow. So there are some uncertainties with the timing on this. As you see here from the HERD model, it doesn't seem like those storms are going to be that bad because the atmosphere, it's a little bit more stable. So there's actually some good news here. So I don't think a moderate risk will be there. But some other areas to keep an eye on for severe weather actually have to be the focus on Southern Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Probably to be the focus right now. There's also maybe some supercells there. Let's take a look into the supercell composite here. Still high, but when you look on the future radar, there's not a lot. There's just not a lot. This is the significant tornado parameters. As you can see here, it's actually pretty high across around Illinois, Missouri, and Kentucky. Maxing out. So, that's not always a good sign. If anything. Oh yeah, the timing of this here is kind of similar, so I might get it to my area tomorrow morning. Early tomorrow morning, probably. I think we're going to be done with this. Oh, hold on a minute. There's a new storm developing right here, just north of Quincy. That's something we're going to have to watch for. Here's your tornado warning cell right here. Hold on. Let's see here if we have any other updates. Yep, no other updates. I mean, it's right now kind of quiet. Well, you got tornado warning in Missouri and Arkansas. You got another tornado warning in Illinois. I mean, overall, it's kind of quiet. I would say that. I haven't I haven't had any tornado reports on this storm by the look on Twitter. That rotation is still there with that storm in Arkansas. We haven't had any other reports on that. Yeah, the rotation on this storm, on the tornado warning storm Illinois, is pretty much dissipated. So the only storm we're focused on is the one in Arkansas and Missouri. The rotation is still showing up. I'm glad I got on here to start the live stream just in time for that cell. It's right, the rotation's right now just northwest northwest of Senna. Kenneth is the ones under the gun right now for that. And again, it's moving very fast, so. Yeah, the weather across southeastern Missouri is getting very active. We got a lot of storms out there. That's likely going to produce some flash flooding issues down there, or over there, I should say. Yeah, you're going to start to see some storms training. See these, excuse me, all these cells here, they're going to be starting to train, so there's going to be a flash flood threat there. Yeah, Paducah, Kentucky's got to keep an eye on this, so it's kind of hinting, starting to turn a little bit more to the east, just a little bit. The rotation right now is still, seems like it's still dying down, but it's still there, no doubt about it. Haven't really seen Chad in a while, so let's actually look from here. See if you guys said anything. No. Okay. So let's take a look back here. This is your Supercell composites updated. Supercell composite is still pretty high. You got a 12 over here. Your front is right here. It's pretty visible here. For my area right now, it's not good for any storms. Right now, I just have very high thin cloud cover right now, so that's what the situation is over here. We do have satellite. We'll take a look into that. So take a look here. Let's get my pen out. You actually starting to see some storms of some cumulus clouds right here that might eventually come supercells later on. You got some big storms right in here. Some big storms right in here. Your low pressure system at this point looks like to be right here. You got probably trying to transition to snow, some of these areas up here. Here's some of your severe thunderstorms. Right in here, you got some big storms right over here, another one here. Some of those high top clouds. I'm right now stuck in this high fin, very high fin cloud cover. So that's really your situation right now. So yeah. Yeah, just not too much stuff going on here. I'm sure that they're going to allow that tornado warning right there to expire. We're waiting for storms to fire up in this area in here. Right now, the supercell composite is pretty high with a 12, which is not good. Here's your significant tornado parameters. Right now, it's kind of low. It's a 2 right now across eastern Iowa and western portions of Missouri and Illinois. There's also another area of 2 in Arkansas, but that's pretty much in a lot of rain. So yeah, it's just not a lot to talk about. It's 6:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we still got a lot of daytime heating to go. I mean, the sun sets at, for my time, it's about 8 o'clock. So we still got some tornadoes, well, not tornadoes, tornado warnings. We got one in Northern Illinois. It's got one in Arkansas. That's the one we're really focused on. Again, there's your tornado damage. There's not really another tornado warning for the past. All right. So yeah, 1Z. So here, let's take a look to your future radar here from the HER model. This is right now getting onto his 22Z run, which is actually not really there yet. Watching this live stream right here. By the looks of a power outage in Jonesboro. This is not good at all, man. This is not good. Very devastating. As you can see, your significant tornado parameters are right now are right on point. You got about 8.3 right there. So you do not want to see. So tornado warning still continues. It's still observed. This includes Bragg City, Holcomb, Newlands, and Kennett till 6:15 Central Standard Time. Yeah, just not a lot of stuff going on. It's not really much. So right now your circulation is, yeah, the rotation's not really there anymore. It's not. It's pretty much dissipated, which is good news. The environment there is starting to get, it's right now should be really dying down a lot. If we take a look at the surface-based CAPE, I mean, there's still some CAPE to work with, but the rotation itself is dying down. Let's take a look at the significant hail probabilities. Yeah, it's pretty low at 1.5. It's not that high. Large hail parameter. You can see here showing an 8 here in a few spots here. Again, not much of any storms developing, but if we take a look into the visible satellite for those very similar areas, you do have some cumulus clouds. So watch these storms right here. You gotta watch these ones right here. Those might become supercells later on. with the environment there, where those storms are at, it's pretty good. 2,000 Cape. Let's take a look to mixed layer Cape. It's good too. You got about 1,000. It's not that favorable into northern Illinois, but you still have some storms going on there, take away that energy. So I think the severe weather tornado outbreak is not really going to happen, in my opinion, just by looking at this here. Even though we still got some daytime heating hours to go, uh, those these storms out here probably become supercellular. But yeah, looks like the rotation is still there actually. By looking into a different view about Beech Grove, Lefay, Knob, or actually that's a different tornado warning. It's actually a brand new one. So this is a brand new tornado warning that's just popping up. Let's go back here. So this includes. Oh, this is a brand. Oh, we got two new ones here that just came up. So this one here is for. This is in Illinois. This is in for Walnut, New Bedford, Melaneous, Anawan, and what's that? Sheffield until 6:30. It's only radar indicated, so there's not really a tornado there, but it's radar indicated. Here's the brand new Arkansas tornado warning. This is for a different cell. This is for uh, Corning, Noble, Lafay, Boylesville, Pigot, McDougall, Mork, and Delaplane. Um, I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the rotation right there is pretty broad. Let me tell you that. The rotation there, but it's pretty broad. Should come up here in just a second. It's for this storm right here. Yeah, Twitter right now. My phone's getting crazy. So, I'm just looking through here. Hey, we're starting to get a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings coming out, some of these storms as well. Yep. Yeah, the rotation with that Jonesboro storm has pretty much dissipated. It's not there anymore. If you want to see where the rotation is, I think it's over Nimmons. It's not really visible. It's not there anymore. So that's good news. But bad news is there's another tornado warned storm just to the west of that, or southwest, I should say. It's not for Jonesboro. Good. That's good news. We don't want any more storms to go for Jonesboro because they already been through quite a bit today. So it's for this cell right here. Let's see. Let's take a look into the velocity. Let's see here. The rotation is pretty weak from what I could tell. About right there, yep. Rotation's there, but it's just very weak, so I don't think a tornado will happen at this point. But tornado warning's still there, still gotta take shelter because these things can ramp up very quickly. It's by Beech Grove right now. There actually might be another one too. There's another one over in Noble. So there might be two areas of circulation. So yeah, man, pretty active in Arkansas. I mean, there's not been much activity at all for Illinois so far. Yeah, this is something else. I mean, man, it's pretty rough though. It is 7 o'clock Eastern time. It's 6 o'clock Eastern. I mean, not my bad. 6 p.m. Central time. Yeah, it's just not as much activity than I thought it was gonna be, but I think it's gonna be later in the night time. See if you guys said anything. No. But again, wages. Let's take a look into those mid-level lap rates. Pretty much anywhere a 7 and above is pretty sufficient for severe weather. And as you can see, there is some mid-level lap rates across most of southwestern Kentucky to portions of southwestern Indiana. Got 7 there, which is not bad. Low-level lap rates, it's not that great as of right now. So LCO with height. Lower the numbers, the better chance for let's see here. Um, Lower the LCO, the better chance for tornadoes, or more favorable for tornadoes. Right now, it's not that low, about 750. There's some other things on here too, like microburst composite derecho composite. Yeah, the ratio composite. We're not going to see a derecho happening, but it's showing a 6 up here. There's even an 8 showing in northern Mississippi. Let's take a look back into the Storm Prediction Center outlook. As you can see, there's a moderate risk across northern Illinois, which I think is going to change on the next update. I think that moderate risk will be taken away at this point. I don't think a moderate risk would be sufficient right now. Day 2, which is tomorrow, you got a marginal risk pretty much for the mid-Atlantic region, and that's it. And there's also another risk for another round of severe weather, not for those same areas, so thank goodness. You got slight risk across portions of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and southern Arkansas. And there's a 50% slight risk on day 4. So another round of severe weather to keep an eye on. I think it's not gonna be as bad as this one. This 50% slight risk goes across southern Alabama, the panhandle of Florida, and southwest of in Georgia. Main threats will probably be damaging winds and probably a small tornado threat. Large hail is not really gonna be there, so let you guys know. So yeah, probably another active severe weather day, maybe. Perhaps. So we got a new tornado warning in Missouri, another one in Missouri. yeah, you gotta keep an eye on that. Looks like there was a tornado report on that cell in Illinois that I did not know about. So by Carthage, Illinois, gotta keep an eye on that cell that was talked about not too long ago. So we got new tornado warnings popping up. So here's one in Iowa here. Radar indicated Waterloo, Evansdale, Dunkerton, Dunkerton until 6:30. Here's another one here. This is in Missouri. It is observed. It's for, well, it's actually not really a brand new one, I don't think. Maybe it is. Holcomb, White Oak, Peach Orchard, and Carleton. And there's a new tornado warning just now popping up. And here it is right here. So for Gildan and Tallapoosa, I think. And it is observed it's from this Jonesboro cell, which I think there's not much circulation at all. So, but you still gotta take them seriously. Let's take a look into all those. So probably the first one I probably will want to look into is the one in Iowa, which I do not think I have a radar. Oh, here we go. It's right there. So, and the rotation on that, we actually don't have it. So where is it? Right there. So let's try to change this here. Here we go. Yeah, there are some rotations showing up there. It's not that bad. So it's over Waterloo right now. Yeah, it's starting to get pretty active again. It really is. Alright, so Spartus reported a tornado northwest of Cannon, Missouri, heading towards southwestern New Meriden, Missouri. So we actually have a new tornado, a tornado right now. And it's for that Jonesboro cell again. That's something else. And yeah, rotation is there. It's actually popped back up again. Oh man. So let me take a look to the Waterloo cell really quick and see if there's anything strong with that. So this is by a spotter, so tornadoes. So that's probably its third or fourth tornado, and that is something else. Yeah, the circulation at Waterloo is not that impressive. Take a look at the one in Illinois. Yeah, there's a little rotation there. It's by N1, just to the north of you guys. But man, there's a lot of activity going on in Arkansas and Missouri. So there's a tornado right now on the ground, so you gotta take shelter immediately. And that was said by the National Forest Service at Paducah. So it's right now south of Quarton. Yeah, the rotation is pretty visible. Man, this is a long track supercell. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, getting tired too already. Oof. So let's see here. Where's that radar site I have? Where is it at? Refresh it. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to see. Gotta refresh this as well. So there's 4 new tornado warnings that popped up. Oh, there it is. Seen it for a quick second right there. See that rotation showing back up again? With this other cell, rotation is not really visible. Oh man. This is not a good day. It's not for Arkansas. Illinois so far they're getting kind of lucky. But all that big massive rain that happened earlier. Let's take a look at some of those. Let's take a look at the HER model. See. About 9Z. I mean, man, that's actually about in the morning hours. So here's your future radar here. As you can see here, the HER model does indicate there will be some thunderstorms that will try to develop, but it seems like they're not that successful at all. And you can also see there might be some strong storms that'll be trying to come up across northern Alabama, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. Got to keep an eye on this here. See, though, those storms will be blasting northeast. Then, as the cold front approaches, it'll be eventually be moving eastward. So that's the 22Z run. Take a look at this here. Let's take a look at the updated supercell composite values. Still pretty high up here, showing 12s. Gotta watch for this cell right here, though. There's a cell right over here that's actually starting to grow very quickly. That's a cell we really need to keep an eye on. They're showing, so here's a 12, there's another 12, there's an 8 all the way down here, so those are some high values. Seems like these storms over here is not as bad like there were earlier. But watch, I want you guys to watch this guy right here. That actually might be a storm that may try to produce a significant tornado later today. Kind of got a little sidetracked there on Twitter. See an article talked about one of those guys' predictions for the tornado season prediction. See if there's any other updates. So there's a new tornado warning in Iowa. It includes for Independence, Jessup, and Fairbank, Iowa until 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. So we actually had a funnel cloud just southwest of Waterloo. It's actually kind of cool. You got a picture, you got a funnel cloud. That's actually pretty cool. Let me show you guys that. So we actually did have a funnel cloud. So this is what Reed Emmerich caught earlier today. Going towards the top here. Here you go. South of Waterloo. Got a rainbow right here. Here's your funnel cloud right here. It's a very disorganized supercell there, but that's actually kind of cool. Really is. So that was south of Waterloo, which that was a tornado warned cell. Which from the velocity on mine was not strong really at all. Like I said, there's a new tornado warning on that, which is actually it's actually a pretty large area. Yeah, there's a couple areas. There's actually a strong area rotation. Problem is with these storms here, they are rain wrapped type of storms. So that's not really good news there. When they're rain wrapped, there's hail cores on those storms. Not really big sized hail or anything. Mostly pea-sized hail reports. Yeah, there's a storm that's just look pretty good miles away, just about west of Pura, moving northeast. There's a cell out there that's pretty lonely. It's got some other cells developing nearby. That actually might become something later on tonight or this evening. Arkansas right now is looking to have at least the tornado activity is coming down, but the severe weather activity is picking up. So Memphis, Tennessee is about to get some action here in a little bit. Kind of going back and forth on radars here. So that's pretty cool there. Let's refresh this. This is the cell I'm talking about right here. This cell is pretty lonely. It's developing fairly quickly. This probably become a supercell very soon. It's in a pretty favorable environment. If we go back here, and as you can see here, with the instability, it's in 1500 Cape. Bulk shear, it's about looks to be about 90 maybe or 80 knots, and the helicity is pretty high, about 400. The supercell composite in that area, it's about an 8. So it's a pretty high chance for some tornado, supercell, I meant. The significant tornado parameter is just actually starting to increase. It's right now up to a 3. There's a 4 popping up just north of that cell, which is not good. So the significant tornado parameter is actually going up. There's a 3 that popped up in Arkansas. It's just not good. It's not really good at all. So this is the energy helicity index. As you can see, it's between a 3, 4, and a 5, which is high. And this is also another cool thing too. Probability of a EF0 plus. As you can see here for this supercell, it's 21, 27. It's pretty high down here around Jonesboro nearby. The supercell, it's a 37. Probability of an EF2 plus. Around down there, it's a 10, so it's kind of high. Down around that supercell, it's a 4. And a violent tornado EF4 plus, it's not there. So again, that cell is very lonely too. That is the cell we really have to keep an eye on. So there's a new tornado warning. This includes Portergayville, Missouri, New Merritt, Missouri, and LeBron, Missouri until 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's actually for a very large area. It's radar indicated, so this tornado is actually this same supercell has produced, I believe, 3 or maybe about 4 tornadoes so far. So this has been really been producing a lot of tornadoes. Really has. So again, there's no really tornado report coming out of that. There's a new tornado warning up there. Right now for that cell, the rotation on that storm is kind of weak, but there's also, I think there was a reported tornado up there. I'm not 100% sure. I know I've said it earlier, but I found it on Twitter, but it was on a radar map. So, yeah, there's actually a lonely cell out into Tennessee here. That'll be another one to keep an eye on. That gives me indication that the cap over here is starting to break. So, for around here, Kentucky, there's been a cap around all day long. So, the atmosphere is pretty much loaded with instability in this area. But since we are heading to the overnight hours, that's it's actually going down. You still have your PDS tornado watch here. You got your severe thunderstorm watch right here. Tornado watch here and another tornado watch here. Eventually, we should start to see a new tornado watch get issued for some of these areas in here, like Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky. We should start to see a brand new tornado watch for those areas. So if you guys had any questions or anything like that, nope. So I'm just gonna let you guys know. I pretty much said this about every stream I do. Wherever I have like no viewers, like right now, there's like none the time I'm making this. It's kind of wasting time. I'm being honest here. When you have 0 viewers and you're here live streaming storms, and you got no viewers. I mean, there's not been any viewers for the past. There's been no viewers since 6:50 in my time, so it's been about 30 minutes since I have not have a viewer visit. And to me, it's kind of wasting time. It really is. But I also do understand there is other YouTubers live streaming as well, so that's one cause for that. But I'm not really complaining much about that because those other YouTubers are smarter than I am. Well, some of them probably are, some of them are probably not. But that's just kind of my opinion. You can see here in Norfolk Quincy, there's actually another cell developing here. These are the storms we have to keep an eye on. And I think what should be added to here is a cap index. You know, that could probably help a lot. It really can. This is the MCS index. It's 100% here chance for a MCS. Just by looking at this, kind of ridiculous. Right now, Illinois is doing okay. We had this long track tornado warning storm, which might have produced a tornado earlier, but we got new cells right here. The atmosphere, unfortunately, is recovering. If we take a look at the visible satellite here, it's actually most of it's in cloud cover for the most part, which is good news. Your storms that we're keeping an eye on is right here. You got some big storms up here. Here's some of those big, really big storms right over here. There's actually some clearing over here. Big storm still going on in Ohio as well. So, so for right now, not too much is happening at this point, but I don't think I'm gonna get anybody else on the live stream, so I think I'm gonna end it here. But at least we did cover a couple of tornadoes today, actually a few today. Maybe we cover one. Well, we didn't really cover it because of Jonesboro tornado, but anyways, guys, this is all I got for you guys today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this severe weather coverage. If you guys did like this live stream, hit that like button. I may come back later today if the storms get very active again. I may come back for probably a part two. But if you guys did like this live stream, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notifications so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys on the next stream or video.